What's going on? What's going on? So, just sitting here kind of watching this market. We've kind of been creeping up this morning. Nothing in the internals was really giving away that we're going to have, a crazy trend day of any kind. Um, I'm actually in the process of experimenting with a couple of different trade automations for like spreads. So right now I have because our advanced decline is kind of going sideways here, and our ticks are kind of all over the place, and the volt is just sort of it's not in any extreme. I figured we were going to have kind of an up and down day, but no real solid movement, which is why when Nate was saying, "Oh, I think the SPY's going to break up," and I said, "Well, I think it's going to kind of roll back and sort of retrace a little bit." That's what makes a market, right? I mean, it could do both. It could retrace a little bit and then rip. So, but it's funny. It's a paper trade account because I'm testing a strategy. But I have on three different trades. I have a SPX iron Condor, an SPX iron butterfly, pinned at 5,700. So we'll see what that one comes to. So if we go to the SPX, let's see here, see if it shows. Right. So pinned to 5,700 right there. So if we close anywhere near that, that's going to be pretty profitable. I'll put a line there. I'm going to make that like a big old green line. And then I've got a call credit spread up above 57.15. So that I'll put another box up here. So as long as we stay as long as we stay in this range into the close, all three of those will be pretty darn profitable. So that's what I'm playing for. But that's a paper trade account, but that's the three different SPX spread and butterfly style trades that I'm messing around with. But yeah, it's kind of quiet here, and then somebody I'll let you know how those all turn out. They're all 0 DTE, so they all expire into the close, and should be auto triggered to come off at like 35%. So I think on the iron butterfly, I'm getting pretty close. Yeah, I'm up like 28%. Polaris, yeah, I can. So I don't know if you've seen my video on the Vold indicator. That's this blue set of lines here, and that's the ratio of volume going into up stocks versus down stocks. So it's a little like the advanced decline. And when that's above 3 or below 3, and the advanced decline is super high or super low, and it stays kind of pinned there, then that's an indication that we're either going to have a trend day, or could have, not it's not a for sure, that we're going to have a trend day up. Yeah, Joe, all three are paper trades because I'm testing a theory. Like a strategy, like of putting on the same kind of trade every day, 0 DTE as a spread, and so I'm just essentially back testing the idea, and so today the advanced decline is basically pinned here at 0. I've got to adjust that line there so it's actually at 0. That's the white line there. And it started the day there and is just pinned, right? The Vold is not at extreme levels, and the ticks are kind of all over the place, right? You can see here are just another way to see the ticks as it relates to the chart itself, right? So to me, the indicators were saying, these internals were saying, we're going to kind of chop around today. And we're not going to really overly trend. So putting on those spread trades. So the iron butterfly is trying to kind of pin the is trying to pin it at 5,700, which is roughly where we opened, right? And then the iron condor is, there's a spread up here and a spread down here, and so it's trying to keep it within that range. So those are two trades that you can put on when you think that you're going to be somewhat range bound. And then the third one is I'm also testing a 1030 reversal trade. So at 1030, based on which direction the market is moving, I'm going to play a credit spread for a reversal. Okay, so in this case, if you see right about 1030, where's this thing here? There we go. So those are not the right times. So let me go to here. So at about 1030, we were pushing up to here. So this is about 1030 right here. And so we had gapped down, swung down, and swung back up. And so I put on a credit spread, a call credit spread up here, right? Betting that the market today, or the SPX, is going to finish below that level. And that's another strategy that I'm playing with, is that sort of a 1030 reversal trade. And as I've back tested it, it's been pretty successful, as long as you're managing your risk when you do get a trend day. But because you're waiting till 1030, if your indicators are showing a trend day with a high Vold and then a high pin on the advanced decline, then you just don't put that trade on that day. So does that kind of make sense? And after I test these a little bit more, I'll talk about them a little bit more. But yeah, I've been using the Vold quite a bit lately, and then trying to create a thesis based on. I haven't always been right, but it's an interesting indicator to start watching. And I was wanting to see if Nate was in here, because I don't know if he was in here when I presented, did that session on the Vold, and I think he would probably like to add that as well if he doesn't already have it on his charts. Nice, Anthony. We put credit spread down here on that dip. The Vold if you put in $Vold, I think it's just it's not per specific stock. It's for the NYSE, I believe. But I can get a slightly different Vold reading if I go SPX and if I go Qs. So I can get a different Vold reading for each. But it's just how the volume ratio going into stocks, up stocks versus down stocks that are in the Qs and that are in the SPY. So that helps quite a bit. Yeah, and its $Vold is for just for the market, I think. I haven't played with toss yet. I promised that I would, but I have not yet. Now, if you think the market's going to go up today more, this is a great spot off of VWAP here with your risk down below VWAP here. And I bet there's a sniper trade setting up here. On the 1 minute, it's already tried to fire now twice. Well, this is interesting. On the SPY, we're below VWAP. But we have come into this order block. And we are setting up here on the 2 minute. The only thing that would make me nervous here is that we've pushed through VWAP and now we're retesting it. And our ticks are sitting here kind of on the low side. And all my spread trades have me playing for a slightly lower day. Berserk, you can I did a video on it. If you watch that one, it'll kind of show you some details. I can link to that if you want. There's settings within the signals and overlays that you have to adjust for this version. But it's essentially the green. Green is the sniper 1.0 up, and the red is the down. And then on the reversal, there isn't, on the sniper 1.0 reversal, I'm looking for the signals here, and not as worried about a candle color change immediately right there. I could turn that on, but I haven't been using that as much. I've been using just the signals themselves. Yeah, no, this is not. This is all paid indicator. Let's see, we're starting to come back down and test that low again. And then I can't remember who was asking if when I said I thought PLTR might pull back here a little bit. Joe, that the advanced decline looked identical to the IWM. They're not. Those are not going to move in concert, right? This is just the advanced decline is the amount of stocks that are ticking to the upside versus the amount of stocks that are ticking to the downside, and it's not going to move in conjunction with an index, but it could be just by happenstance maybe. Bill, I just put it on, but a lot earlier this morning. Yeah, John, they sure do. They sure do. And I actually saw a new RSI, a new free RSI indicator for the. I don't have that chart up anymore, but the from the free version that might actually be a hair better. So we're into the Qs there. You do, Bill? How do you like them? Do you find them hard to manage, your condors? Well, that's RWVJ. That's kind of what makes a market, right? Is I can't answer that for sure. I am personally playing for this small pull and then hopefully kind of sideways action into the close. That's what I'm hoping for. Now, this could decide it wants to come down into this level and bounce and rip my face off. And that's totally fine. Yeah, I have three trades on the SPX. I have Iron Butterfly, an Iron Condor, and a call credit spread. So, and who was asking me about PLTR earlier? Why I thought it might roll over? Somebody was asking me about that, and I thought I would. Byron. Okay. So, I mean, it's this chart, by the way, looks, you know, ridiculous, phenomenal, right? Like, good Lord, yes, please, I want this long. Momentum shifting. I mean, this chart is gorgeous. But I wasn't in it. I didn't get in it this morning when it dipped. I didn't have an alert set. And we've come up into this blue box that I've drawn. What do you see? What do you see about that blue box? Yeah. So it's a support level. I mean, sorry, I always do that. It's a resistance level, right? And I'm looking at an overall market that's just kind of soft today. Slow grind up, slow grind back down. I don't see from all of the internals that we're going to get a bunch of buying. Like we were grinding up today and things were moving up, but not much other than like coin and a couple other things were in breakout mode, right? So we came into that, and I'm willing to intraday play that to the downside, with a little lotto, which I'm in. Just me, I'm basically trying to play it down into, I'm going to watch this level here and see if it can break, and down into this green line here, basically, is where I'd like to play it to. Back into all of these people here, right? But long-term thesis on this, I want to be long. Long, long, long. It's gorgeous. But little intraday off of this area up here. I'm already up. I don't know. It's not a lot, but what is it? 15%. So, just a little quick trade. I'm going to see if it wants to hold here or roll. But I'll sell that small position for some profit, and then I'll be looking for a spot to get in to the long side. MDT. Did you guys catch this gap close today? So my stop on MDT, sorry, gotta get way out to the daily here. So if you saw let me get rid of my lines here. If you saw my thesis on this, we were looking at taking a position, higher up here at like 89.50 and not taking a full position because my full stop would be down here at 87.70. But I'd be trying to add to this, which is why I didn't take a full, at about 88.31 area. So there's a little bit more risk in this. When I finally put it on today, it was, where was it? It was right here at 89.23. Right, so a little over 1 to 2 risk reward if I'm going all the way down to my full stop. But I'm also looking to add at 88.33. So if it comes down into there, if it goes, that's great. I'll be happy with that. But that's kind of a wider range, and my target is up here at 92.50. Does that help, Kelly? Does anybody have anything else they wanna look at? Hang on, I gotta check my. What's that at? Not giving me a percentage. I think my iron butterfly is about to get triggered out at 35% profit. Oh, Fog, those are exit. So if you were shorting from here, the X's, those are suggestions for an exit. And I've actually got those set differently here. Right. So if you're getting into a 2.0 here on these red candles and breakdown of this level, right? Let's say here, right? Then that X is giving you an exit symbol suggestion. If you're not already out. Nate Dog, you here? You in the room? I do, Berserk. I do, and in fact, since I have it open, I can just because it wasn't too long ago. It was Well, I thought I knew which one it was. Is it this one?
What if there was a
Sorry.
to know if a stock will be bullish or bearish the day before? The truth is,
Dang ads.
it actually is.
Okay, hold on.
This is the way that we can show
Let's see if this is the one.
close just
That is not the one.
okay and ran out.
I do. It's a pretty recent. It's a relatively recent one. I think I did it during the open house. I bet it's going to be under the sniper videos. Hold on a sec.
Good afternoon, everyone. This
Let's
is
see. Market internals. How I say? Yep, there it is. Okay, here you go.
right now.
OCO. Orders and toss. There you go. So another internal that I've been playing with, right? We all know VIX, and I don't know if you've used this indicator, but it's pretty interesting. We have the VIX, the advanced decline, the ticks, but I've also been using. This is the VOLD indicator down here, VOLD. And that's the ratio of volume moving into up stocks versus down stocks, right? And so on days where we tend to trend, I need to find a good example of a trend day. You would think that these 2 days here would be trend days, and this was. Let me find a better trend day. Here, kind of a trend up day on the SPY. Here, right? You get a really high VOLD reading to the plus side. And at the same time, and I don't have advanced decline on this chart, it would be over on this chart. At the same time, you have an over 3 VOLD reading or under 3 VOLD reading, and then you have the advanced decline, pinned at 2000 or around 2000. Like today, it's kind of pinned roughly around 0. That's when you can identify whether you're going to have a trend up or a trend down day. It's pretty interesting indicator. Yeah, check it out. VOLD on TradingView, and I think on Thinkorswim it's $ VOLD. No, I'm not playing against anything. I'm using it to, like today's VOLD indicator is barely getting up above 2, and the advanced decline really isn't pinned high or low. It's kind of hovering here around 0 to 400. Extreme advanced decline readings are plus 2000, minus 2000. And then the ticks, these are the ticks over here, as they're kind of plot above and below and above and below, they're kind of all over the place. Those 3 things coming together kind of are showing that maybe we're going to have kind of a range bound day, versus if we had above 3 VOLD rating, we had the advanced decline, pinned up here at 2000. And then all of our tick readings, for the most part, are staying above the 0 line throughout the day. That's an indication that, we're having a trend day. And so on a trend day, I've been trying to figure out ways to detect what kind of day we're having earlier on in the day. So like if we have a trend day, I'm not getting caught trying to play sniper reversals all day, right? I'm gonna say, okay, we're having a trend day. I'm gonna play sniper 2.0s on every pullback. Does that make sense? And then when we are looking like we're gonna have a range day, then the sniper 1.0s are probably a little bit more effective because you're range bound. And then also I'm working on this these iron condors and iron butterfly trades on the 0 DTE SPX. So that helps that helps me figure out what kind of day we might have. I have had some days where I thought all the indicators were showing what looked like it was going to be a range day, and it didn't really turn out to be a range day. I mean, a trend day. So obviously, just like any indicator, it's not perfect, but it can give you some early signals. Old Mike, myself and D-Man usually post our sessions up to our YouTube channels. And I can put the little prompt in here. Fog got me. And then D-Man's is there. So those are the two YouTube links. We usually post all of our videos up there that we do in here. All right, I'm going to jump off because Nate said he was going to jump back in. Is this video also in your library? Are you asking me that question, William, or Nate Bear? Yeah, the one I'm doing right now. Yeah, I'll post it. It usually takes me about 20 to 30 minutes to get it posted up. And then all of Nate Bear's videos, are you can find just below the stream. You can see the links to recordings and videos and stuff like that. The advanced decline in trading view here, if you want, this is a internals chart that you can just put into trading view. And save it. Make sure you save it in your internals, and it'll give you your ticks with these lines on it, and the VIX, and the advanced decline. Okay, I'm going to jump off because Nate was going to come back on, and then we're all off at 11. So sorry if I took too much of that time, Nate. I will talk to you all later.